Oh, very good afternoon, guys. How are you all doing? Oh, welcome to a lovely warm London Heathrow. Oh, it's good to be back here. We've been on the road a little bit. And a great way to start with British Airways A320. We've got a Turkish Airlines special livery over in the back there. We're going to get some more information on that in a sec. We've got KLM also about to go out, and also we've got another aircraft just jumping on the active. But how is everyone? Good afternoon to you. Welcome to London Heathrow. We've been on the road this week to Birmingham and Bristol, so great to be back at London's capital and Europe's busiest airport. Oh, so who have we got here in the stream this afternoon? Again, thank you for joining me this afternoon. My name is Stu, Airplane Video Guy. We are live from London Heathrow. We've got our first go around today of 27 left. So we've got 27 left arrivals here at Heathrow and 27 right departures. There'll be the change around at 3 p.m, so we'll get a bit of both action today. KLM going out next, but I'm just going to read some of your comments, see who's with us this afternoon. Very good morning, Louise. Good afternoon, rather. I'm sure you were ready in the morning half of the day. Anya, great to see you. Good afternoon. Dwayne's here. Great to see you, Dwayne. John Grinham, good afternoon to you. Good to hear that video is looking smooth. It has been a little bit choppy the last couple of streams, and I hope that's ironed out now. Sticky Pickle 76, great name. Great to see you here. Thank you very much for that, and lovely to me. I've got to give a bit of a shout out in a second, but I'm just going to quickly just go through the comments first and make sure I'm saying hello to everyone who's with us. Thank you for the call out, Dwayne. That's really, really helpful, mate. Thank you very much. I think this one's just jumped ahead of that Neo going to Corfu. So Terminal 2 satellite looking very, very busy ahead of us. And we've got a few heavies also lining up to come out as well, including British Airways. And we've also got a Turkish Airlines with a special livery, which is hiding behind this 777 of British Airways. Try and get some information on that in a second. Retreating Blade, good afternoon. Hope you're doing good. Lovely clear skies here at Heathrow. Great for those banking shots and those arrivals as well. We've got 380 arriving on 27 left. Once this comes in, I'm just going to clock that Turkish with the special livery. No worries, Dwayne. Thanks anyway, buddy. So if anyone's got any information on that Turkish in the special livery, I can't quite see the special livery because every time I zoom in or look over it, there's an aircraft in front of it, photo bombing it. But we've got one of BA's 777s on the active, ready to go out next on 27 right. Using every inch of that asphalt. She is loud and heavy. Stunning departure. Oh, the biofuel livery. Thank you very much for that, Dwayne. Oh, listen to those G90s. Always good to get a special livery during the show. I believe there's also another one later with Saudi. They've got their electric Formula 1 or Formula E. Beautiful. That one heading out to Istanbul, over to Eastern Europe. Hey Amanda Jones, welcome to the stream. So Red Arrow's doing 3 different displays today. That's incredible. Well, they certainly won't be doing that at RAF Fairford this year, so you'll have to make the most of those opportunities for sure. Yeah, indeed, John. Great livery on that Turkish. Great to get a special livery. It's a great banking shot right now. I have to... And there's that livery again on Turkish. Absolutely beautiful. We've got ahead of us one of United 767s, which I assume is heading down to the active, unless it's going to squeeze onto a gate right at the end, but I think that's going to the active. Thanks to Aiden, that's really, really helpful. An hour and 47 minutes for that Saudi special livery. So Heavy's heading down to the active. We've got United 767. I think that's the 400. It might be the 300 actually. Just checking. There's a way of identifying the 300 from the 400. The 400's actually got a block on the tail for tail strikes to try and obviously stop that extra long fuselage from scraping the ground on departures. That one hasn't. Got British Airways 78-10, and we've also got one of United 767s in front of that as well. That previous 767 for United actually looks like it's heading around the back of T2, but it just might be detouring on its way to the active as they do. Yeah, it is. So it's coming round. JetBlue on the active next. Steve Fuller, great to see you, Steve. I hope you're doing well. I'll just catch up with those comments in just a minute. As you can see there from the windsock right in front of that cockpit shot. Not a lot of wind here at Heathrow at all. It would be nice to have a gentle breeze just to take the edge off this heat. We're currently clocking 22 degrees on the ground here. But is meant to get up to 24. Thanks, Anya. Beautiful departure there on 27 right. So we've got next going out is one of Swiss's A220s. Beautiful little aircraft, becoming very, very popular amongst short haul for airlines, especially here in Europe. and I've seen quite a few also over in North America as well. But great for those shuttle runs. Meant to be very comfortable to fly on. If anyone's got any knowledge of flight on these, let me know in the comments. Nice big windows and a modern interior, and they've also got the 2 and 3 layout in terms of the cabin. So United 767 out next, already throttling up. Nice smoky departure from that 767. Loads of heavies heading down to the active. We've got another one jumping on next, which is British Airways Dreamliner 787-10, the longest variant of this particular airframe. I will go back through the comments and catch up with you guys very, very shortly. Just waiting for a lull in ops. They do generally tend to slow things down before they crank back up again. That 767 it just left, oh my gosh, it's leaving a smoky wake behind it, and I wonder if that's why there is a pause in this Dreamliner going out next. But a very warm afternoon welcome to all of you. Thank you for joining me at London Heathrow. Really great to be back here. We've been to Bristol and Birmingham this week, and miss being in the capital, Europe's busiest airport. But I hope you're all doing very, very well. If there's anything you're looking forward to specifically, don't hesitate to drop it in the comments, and I will try and read every single comment out. And if I miss anything, just post it again and I will revisit. How quiet is that? And up very early. I wonder if that's a repositioning flight. Very, very low, quiet departure from that British Airways 787-10. Hey Anthony, great to see you in the stream. Yeah, it is looking very warm. The lotion is on. John Grinnan saying there's a 767 cargo jet, a BHX. It's not one of Maersk's, is it, by any chance? Stephen Fuller asking, good morning, my friend. Would you happen to know how many aircraft British Airways currently operate? I don't know the total, but I can tell you the types they operate. we'll just get this one going out, and then I'll go through the list of what they currently fly and what versions of them. So currently British Airways, they do fly, in terms of their modern fleet, they've of course got the Dreamliner 787, and they've got all versions of it, the Dash 8, 9 and 10. They're also flying the A350, which is the 1000 variant, which is the largest available. No 900s. A380, they fly that aircraft as well on their trunk routes. They've also got the 777-300ER. They've got the 200ER. And the trusty Noble Steed, which pops up probably in most of the business, is their A320 fleet. And they operate pretty much every size, from the 18 all the way up to the 321. Afternoon, Sean. How you doing, buddy? You right? Great stream this morning at Bristol this morning. Nice to drop in for that. Just only a short period of time, but lovely to drop in and say hi. Cracking stream this morning at Bristol. This United 76 is anything like the one that took off just previously. It's going to be smoky, and those vortices are going to blow around the smoke in a circular fashion, which is stunning to see. Seeing those forces doing their thing. No smoke from this one yet, though. Beautiful departure from that British Airways Dreamliner. So Sean's about to cut the grass. Yeah, mine needs cutting as well, actually. Although it started to slow down with without the lack of any rain of recent. Dan Reeves is in the stream. Good day to you, Dan. Hope you're doing well. Katie D is with us as well, over in Toronto. Oh, got one jumping in ahead there. Didn't see him pop in. And I've got a special shout out as well to a couple of lovely ladies I met just in the Renaissance before I got to my space here. So Julie, Barbara and Flash, great to meet you earlier, and I hope you have a lovely day plane spotting here at Heathrow, and of course your onwards travels as well. Using all the asphalt to get at that Dreamliner of British Airways. Nice low departure again from one of British Airways Dreamliners. On to the next aircraft, which is about to head out. American Airlines 777. Lovely 300 ER. G90 is singing all the way down that runway. And look at those wings bend upwards at the tips to get the weight of that aircraft into the sky and airborne. They're coming out thick and fast at Heathrow today. I'm sure those gaps are getting shorter. I'm going to have to time it. Delta A330. Oh, was that a wing wave? I'll just pretend that it was. hopefully a little pause. Oh dear, that is frantic stuff going on 27 right at Heathrow. Sarah J, great to see you. Hope you're doing well. So more heavy hitters on the way down to the active, including Delta's A330-900. Another Dreamliner from British Airways and a 777 as well. American sending down one of their Dreamliners. As well as everything you can see in front of you at the moment. Trent 7000s over there on that Neo A330. We've got two on the active. One's just jumped in front of the other. Very cheeky. Keep hydrated today if we're going to get through it all. Next departure is Delta's A330-900. Which is going to sound beautiful at full throttle. Hey Daniel, welcome to the stream. If you are enjoying the show, guys, a like would mean the world. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Try and get 200 likes. elegant departure from that 330-900. Actually, on the way up today, passing Fairford on the A419 just outside Swindon. One of the B52s went straight across the top of me, and I was literally coughing on its exhaust. They know how to do theatrics on a departure, but always great to see one of those going up and in the sky. Hey Lisa, great to see you in the show. It's not the red arrows. Be nice if it was. No red arrows. The only red you're going to get here is Virgin Atlantic, I'm afraid. But we have had a couple of 767s do their own smoke show. Loving that livery on the Air Canada with the Zorro mask. Next out is British Airways with another one of their many Dreamliners here at Heathrow. Rarer of the kind Dash 10 Dreamliner from British Airways. Using the full runway on 27 right. Another low departure for British Airways Dreamliners. Two Americans back to back heading out next. Another beautiful departure. Another Dreamliner out of London Heathrow, and we've got another one next as well from American. Lots of heavies out next. British Airways, and then we've got Qantas's 789 to Perth. And then following that, we've got one of Virgin's A350 1000s. Maybe they'll put the smokes on and do an air show. Dan saying, I'd like to see a Virgin aircraft perform a Cuban 8. Yeah, that would be interesting. Mind you, as we've seen from air shows at Farnborough and Paris, these jets are quite capable. Handle the stresses very well. There's a baby bus coming in. Qantas. Does anyone know if this Qantas Perth route, are they still doing the stopover because of the rerouting around the Middle East? And we get a lovely bank left of this Dreamliner just in a second. See in the news, the Project Sunrise A350 1000 ULR's got a little bit of a delay on it, an extra few months. Still think that's incredible, 22 hours Sydney to London or Sydney to New York. Thanks, Louise. Cameron, how you doing? Thanks for joining us in the stream. Andrew York, afternoon to you. I nearly sent you a message earlier, but I was driving passing Fairford, and a B52 went straight across the top of me, disguising me as a plume of smoke. Speaking of Qantas, there's the A380, which is due to go out this evening, prepping that aircraft ready for the next departure. We've got Air Canada jumping onto the active next, with a host of more wide bodies to follow, including Virgin and British Airways. Virgin A350 1000 out next. I had the pleasure of travelling on one of these just the beginning of this month, actually, right at the beginning. Beautiful to fly on, beautiful to watch, very, very elegant, very, very quiet, just purrs on departure as it climbs and also as it comes down for arrivals. And if you are a plane geek, of course, they got the tail and underbody cam as well. And we've actually got another A350 1000 on the way down from Virgin. I think that might be their Orlando flight, which is the one I arrived from last time into Heathrow. If you are enjoying this, guys, a like and a sub to the stream. If you're not subbed already, would be phenomenal. That's the best way you can support this show, and of course it's free of charge as well. Beautiful. We've got Thai's 777 on the way over. Dan Reeves saying he flew on the A350 1000 Qatar a few years back. Easily the most comfortable aircraft. Yeah, I completely agree. 380 is also pretty good, but just having that lower air pressure in the cabin and a smaller fuselage, which I think is actually quite a nice thing. Nice and early. It's that Thai heading down to the active. We've also got British Airways 777 on the active as well, followed up by that second Virgin A350 1000. Oh, listen to that. Oh, that one's setting off the car alarms. Give that pilot a sticker. There goes his XWBs. I was actually reading a piece on these XWB engines, and that on departure they normally can be quite smoky, which is totally normal, and it's just due to the volume of jet fuel they are pumping into those engines on departure. So it looks like, oh, we've got a banana coming in on 27 left. Just get that going past here between, that's if this Virgin hasn't photobombed it. Yeah, it has. DHL's old bangers landing on 27 left. We've got a little bit of a lull in departures. That Thai 777 just holding short, no one on the active at the moment. So I assume a quick runway ops check of the active. If you haven't already, guys, a like of the stream would be amazing. It just helps promote the show, and of course gets this out to more and more people in the community, and that's the best way to support me, and it's obviously free of charge. If you are enjoying it and you're not subscribed, of course a subscription would mean the world as well. Darminder, great to see you. It is near the Renaissance. It's in the Renaissance, in the car park. Another Virgin A350 1000 heading down. It's surprising how quickly Virgin have added all these new aircraft to their fleet over the last few years, really bolstering those numbers. The 330-900 becoming the real backbone, though. They've ordered quite a few of those, and you see that in the Delta fleet as well, which is the parent airline. Cars with Daz, good to see you here. I hope you're doing very well, buddy. Thanks for joining us on the stream. So that Virgin Atlantic jumping ahead of Thai. So I'm not sure if Thai's got an issue or just needs a bit more time prior to departure. It's been sat kind of there for the past 10 minutes. But next departure will be that Virgin A330-900. And you can also see there the current wind conditions at Heathrow, more or less zero. Yeah, they do break the 30 mile/hour speed limit. That's a 330-300 with the lost property cow. Thai still holding short there. The Best Gang 353, great to see you here. Hope you're doing well. We've got one of United's 777s just on its way to the active. More heavies coming out from Terminal 5 for British Airways as well. We've also got Air Canada's 737-8 MAX, one of only of a few 737s you see here at Heathrow. Right, bear with me guys, just grabbing a bit of drink, keeping hydrated as instructed. Iceland Air new livery there on their 320. got Air India's 737, 777 on pushback in front of us.
Louise's Greg's plane. Not the right livery today, but yeah. Lisa saying, I love the plane you have on your thumbnail. Yeah, that's the Air Canada. Just trying to think of what the correct name is for it. The Excellence, I think it is, which has got all the staff signatures all over it. MS Wolves 13, great to see you here. Good afternoon to you.
Got one of Virgin's A350-1000s about to jump on the active next. Still not sure what's happening with that tie. Not sure if it's... Hopefully it hasn't gone tech. Maybe it's a slot issue, I don't know. And Deister, great to see you in the stream. I hope you're doing well. Earlier comments on Qantas. Think the QF10 direct Perth goes daily as well as a regular evening flight. That's right. The evening one, though, I'm sure it's just one Dreamliner on that route, though, isn't it? Am I right? I'm thinking maybe I've got that wrong. We've got obviously a 380 service here as well to Sydney. So next out is that Air Canada 737-8 Max. I think that's the Halifax route. Maybe someone in the comments knows a bit more and can confirm that. Probably about a 5 or maybe a 6-hour flight. Great to see you, Goosey. Welcome to the stream. A big support for Louise, the moderator in today's stream. Getting through a bout of bout of flu at the same time. So if you're going to give the stream a like for anything, give her a like for all her efforts today and powering through not feeling great today. Here we go, Ty is going out next. We've also got Qatar's free A350 1000 coming in. Maybe the one Dan Reeves mentioned earlier, he's flown on. Get a lovely shot now of this departing aircraft from Virgin, and also that tide banking left just ahead of it. Beautiful. Where is that Air India going? That was just come from stand, as that United Dreamliner in the background there. And there we go. Very tight turn. Do like that livery on the Egyptian Air, and it looks stunning on the A350 as well, which we caught here at Heathrow a few weeks ago. Iceland Air out next, the Greg Special. That's about a 3-hour flight to Reykjavik over in Iceland. So Virgin going out next with their 787-9 Dreamliner. Beautiful departure from that Virgin. Thanks, Louise. Air India going to Delhi. We've seen all variants of British Airways Dreamliner fleet. That was their 787-8. Got our first baby bus. Aww. Dennis, your man, welcome to the stream. Hope you're well, dude. Air India using every bit of that asphalt on 27 right. Just a lull on departures just at the second. Lovely banking shot of that 777. Grabbing a drink quick, guys. Hi Paris 18, good to see you here. It is a very busy airport, one of Europe's busiest. Darminder's saying Luton is another beautiful place. That's my birthplace. We've got United ready to head over to the active. Those gangly feet hanging down. Lovely bogies on the Airbus 330-900s and also the 330-2 and 300s as well. Photo bomb. There. BA's A380 on the way down from Terminal 5. You can just see that massive forehead above the fence line. Just pan round and show you that one coming down now. We've got United's Dreamliner heading out next. There she is on her way down to the active. That sun bouncing off the aircraft. Look at those wings. Those wings stress tested to 25 feet of flex, but usually between 10 and 15 during flight. Beautifully down.
hope no one's saying bad things about Luton. I'm actually at Luton later because my wife is flying over back to the UK on Wizz Air. Got a lovely old Delta 767 on its way down.
Beautiful departure. So we've got a few British Airways heading out next, including this 777, followed by the double decker itself, the A380. Just grabbing a quick drink, guys. Beautiful departure from that British Airways A380. We've got a cafe on its way down to the active as well. Bit of a wait for the next departure, waiting for that wake turbulence to clear. Next out is one of British Airways Dreamliners, followed by that old 767 of Delta. 767-400 of Delta. Yeah, it sure has, Tina. Like someone's giving it the kiss of life. Here we go, Delta 767-400. Just grabbing a quick drink, guys. Oh yeah, definitely Louise. Weeks too long. I'm sure some men might disagree. But yeah, looking forward to having her back home this evening. So we've got Cafe just about to jump on the active next, number 2. British Airways, number 1. We've got United's 777 heading over from Terminal 2, the satellite stand. like a little rocket.
I'll get out of your way.
That sock has sprung to life, as you'll see when we zoom into this Cathay Pacific 777. So if you are enjoying the stream, guys, a like would mean the world to me and would be great support for the stream, and it's completely free. And if you are new here, thank you for joining us and for choosing to be here on your Saturday afternoon. And a subscription to the channel would mean the world as well. We've got one of Virgin 787s on the way down, as well as another one of their A350s. I think that's the fifth one we've had since we went on air at 12 o'clock. Cafe out next. So we get to 150 likes. Cafe's going to make a fantastic left bank and turn of the set. You're going to see a lovely wing profile of this 777. There we go. Stunning. Nicely done. Another Dreamliner on its way down from Virgin. But we've got this Virgin A350 1000 going out next. I think that's the fifth one we've seen this morning since we've been on air. Really demonstrating the volume of the fleet Virgin have now. Since those 747s left the fleet, feels like such a long time ago now. Absolutely stunning. As one goes out, another one comes in. Air Serbia just heading out next. Little pocket rocket. Welcome to the stream, David Cow. Great to see you here. Thank you very much for the compliments, much appreciated. Right, turn it up. Beautiful departure from that United, very smoky right engine. Bear with me 2 secs, guys, just grabbing a very quick drink and a small snack. Keep the energy going. Sorry about the ASMR. Oh, that's better. Hey Amanda, welcome to the stream. Great to see you here. We've got British Airways A350 1000 on its way down from T5. We've also got that Virgin Dreamline, which has been holding short for the best part of nearly 10 minutes. Aer Lingus heading out Heathrow over to Ireland. I believe it's the second most popular route out of Heathrow, behind JFK. Right, Virgin on the move. There's that beautiful Airbus A350 1000 from British Airways. Wears that livery really well on that particular frame. Thanks to Wayne. Yeah, we have got a switch over soon on 27 right. We'll be getting arrivals coming in front of us. We'll be getting those heavy and light touchdowns right in front of us. Next departing aircraft is Virgin's Boeing 789 Dreamliner. It's like the windsock is demonstrating the lack of wind at Heathrow now. It does seem to change quite frequently. Bit of a pause in departures. I assume airside ops are checking the runway as they do so often, making sure Heathrow is as safe as possible. Let's go over to that A350 again. Virgin is active. Gemma, great to see you in the stream. Hope you're doing very well. There is that British Airways A350 1000 heading out next. Got when a British Airways One World livery A390 just ahead of us there. Quite a few One World liveries throughout their fleet. James, good to see you in the stream. How you doing? Well, buddy? If you haven't popped a like on the stream today, guys, I really appreciate it if you could do that. Helps support the channel and is absolutely free of charge. I wonder if the mask on the A3 on the A320 family they're putting on all the Neos. I wonder if that's. I wonder if you have a choice in that. Oh, special livery coming in. I think that might be the Formula E livery on that Saudi 777. Thanks, Gemma. Really appreciate that. Now, where is Webbo? He was here earlier. He can't be in the pub. Surely you can watch this in the pub. Can the man not multitask? So we've got a few aircraft holding short, starting with British Airways. We've got two of those up front, including that One World livery. We've also got SAS, TAP, and we've also got the Air India Dreamliner in the Air Astana livery.
So we've got an A350 on pushback ahead of us. I didn't catch what livery it was when it was pushed back. It's what they were daytime drinker, is he? A little SAS out next. Those big cannons on those little wings. Hey David, welcome to the stream. David saying I used to spend the day on Terminal 2 roof back in the early 80s plane spotting, the good old days. Yeah. Concorde 747 galore and the TriStar as well. I was only having the same conversation with someone before I went on air today. Same story down at Gatwick as well. Shame because you know, people are quite happy to pay good money to use these facilities as well. Works very well in Europe. If you've been to Zurich or just trying to think, Zurich, Amsterdam, many airports, really Frankfurt as well, really geared up to spotting. A little BA Airbus going really short here, trying to sneak in. We've got a British Airways 777 at 300 on its way down to the active. So 200 down to the active. This little Airbus looking to nip in front. Afternoon, Onker. Oh, good to hear you're feeling better, mate. That's positive news. We like the positive news. And that's great news. Thanks for letting us know. Feels very much like a long time ago now. We've got that Turkish 350 just in front of us. Looks absolutely beautiful in that livery with the grey belly. That's good to hear you're doing better though, Onka. It's that baby bus of British Airways, that must be a positioning flight to go up that. Look how far up the runway it is. Welcome, James.
BA out next. Just bear with me, guys. I'm just going to grab a drink and my hat as well, because temperatures have just gone straight up. It's now 27 here at Heathrow. I've always been reminded to have protection, and trying to look for my hat right now. I'll grab that in just a sec. Let's get these next couple of wide bodies out, and then I shall sort out my protection. Another One World livery 777 on its way down, and we've got that Air India in the Air Astana livery out next. Right, just going to get my hat, guys. Give me just a few seconds. Yes, I have got my sunscreen on. Thank you, Tina. I bathed it like a pig in thingy. I get told off otherwise. Yeah, that's good. Oh yes, it's hot. If anyone wants to come down with a piece of card and waft it, or a big fan, that'd be quite nice. Yeah, let's get to 150 likes, guys. There's 126 of us in the room at the moment. We can get to 150, so if you haven't hit the like button, support the channel and the stream by hitting that like button for me.
A350 coming in on 27 left. It's got Turkish A350 up next. Those XWBs are going to come to life in a minute like a pantomime. We've got United 767 just on pushback. Actually, the tug has left the front of the aircraft now, so that one's taxiing down to the active. We've also got DHL's old Airbus A300 or A310 on its way over as well. We've got WestJet 787 and an American as well, 777 I think. How fast can you drive? Yeah, it probably will be quicker for me to fly over. So we've got one DHL going out, another one coming in. So listen to this 767 ahead of us. Hey Clive, great to see you here. Hope you're doing well, mate. Welcome to lovely sunny Heathrow. All 27 degrees of it. Got a nice array of aircraft heading out next. Oh, we've got Lufthansa Centenary A320 ahead of us. That will be going out just in front of us, beating that 3 o'clock switchover. So we have got the 3 o'clock switchover coming up, so we will get arrivals in front of us instead of departures. Next one out is one of British Airways Boeing 777 with the One World livery. Hi Enzo, how you doing? Right, WestJet is next. We've got another one of British Airways A350 1000s heading down next. And we've also got Air Canada's, one for Katie, one of Air Canada's A330 300s. Next, American Dreamliner. A350 just over us, over my left shoulder, making an absolute rocket. So we've got twin A350s from British Airways in front of us now, heading down to the active as we close down on switchover. Next out, that DHL A300. Nice, there's that Centenary Lufthansa A320. And we've got Air Baltic heading out next. We've also got Emirates arriving on 27 left.
No special livery on this one.
Hot dog plate. Anyone want onions? Very good. No, I don't want you breaking speed limits, Anthony. We can't have that.
I don't think they'll let you watch this from a cell. Right, Air Baltic out next. Beautiful A220.
Neck and neck down to 27 right. Place your bets.
Right, British Airways A350 1000 is going out next at London Heathrow. Thank you to everyone who's joined the stream today and shown your appreciation with likes and subscriptions. Much appreciated as always. double shot here. We've got that British Airways A350 ahead of it, making a left turn. And speaking of A350s, another one from British Airways heading out next. Welcome to the stream, John Burrows. Good to see you. And thank you very much for your kind words. For the Air Canada fans, we've got one of their A330s going out next. His feet dangling down. Up they go. A beautiful departure from Air Canada. They're coming out thick and fast at Heathrow.
John said, I'm streaming this on my telly. My other half is away at the Hay Book Festival. Let's hope she's out for at least another hour, John. Hour and a little bit. Does she like aviation? Does she let you have it on? Beautiful departure. Another A350 from Virgin on pushback. That's got to be number 7 today, surely. 6 or 7? 6, 7. Hey Natasha, welcome to the stream. I think we're all having a good day, aren't we, guys? We've got a 320 neo out next for British Airways, followed by that centenary Lufthansa, which looks fab, but definitely better on the larger aircraft, in my opinion. Bruce is here. Hello, Bruce. Oh, you alright? Virgin A350 just being detached from the tug. We've got that Lufthansa 100-year centenary livery. There. On my left, it's the heat. It's the heat. Yes, Bruce, you are late. What's going on? Everyone else managed to get here apart from you. Does anyone else watch this on their TV? I hope the quality's good. Tina's on the Aperol Spritz. Very nice. Grabbing a drink, guys. Great to see you here. Whereabouts are you watching from? 11:45. Where would you be if you're 11:45? That's definitely far east of here. Or down under. Thanks, Dwayne. 10 minutes until switchover, guys. By switchover, I don't mean that I change for someone else. We'll be seeing arrivals into 27 right, which is our current location where we're getting departures at the moment. Oh, that's good timing. We've got Emirates A380 on its way over. That might be perhaps the last departure over here. No other aircraft on its way down yet. So A350 of Virgin's, that's being towed to gate by the look of it. I could be wrong in saying this, but on 27 left, next arriving aircraft, I think it's one of the centenary Lufthansas coming in. One out, one in. If anyone can confirm that beforehand, by all means, let me know in the chat. Is it, or is it my eyes? Oh no, that's Jordanian. Let's get my eyes tested. We've got big American 777 jumping onto 27s now. We've just got an A321, it's just jumped on ahead. Do you like that delivery on the Air Jordanian? Bruce loves the A380. Of course he loves the A380. He's probably got the t-shirt on now. That's the one with the, it says Queen of the Skies above it.
Beautiful. But very quiet then. So just a few more departures and I think that's it on 27 rides. We've got two more aircraft to go out. We've got a British Airways A320 and Logan Air, better known as the shortbread shuttle. Yeah, you can definitely see ops changes. This pushback's going the opposite way. Very mysterious. Where are you, Erin? Erily? Thanks, Anthony. My pleasure. We've got one more aircraft to come in on 27 left and two more departures, then it's all change. I can see Air Canada heading down to 27 left, ready to depart. That's it. So Etihad 777, I think it's the last arriving aircraft on 27 left. No stack formation yet, so we're just waiting for aircraft to come out of the holding pattern and join 27 right for arrivals, but we've got aircraft in the vicinity ready to come in, including we've got British Airways A350 1000 from Haneda, yeah, lots of aircraft in the vicinity, just waiting to create that stack, and we'll get those in as soon as we can. The shortbread shuttle. And there we go, guys, we've got changeover happening. Aircraft are all heading over to the other side for departures. If you're enjoying the stream, guys, of course a like would mean the world to me, and so help support the channel and try and push it forward. If you haven't liked, if you wouldn't mind liking, that would be fantastic. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe, because we've got regular weekly shows, week in, week out. We've been at Bristol and Birmingham this week, so lots of variety. And we shall definitely be at those airports again, because they're dead interesting. They're all very, very different. Right, I'm going to take this opportunity to top up my fluids. Already, that almost sounds like the UK. Although I can't complain, we've had some glorious weather for the last week. I think we'd all agree it's been a little bit warm.
Oh, that's a shame. We just missed that 380 of British Airways going out. Oh, we've got a road departure. Look. Did he come from?
I wasn't prepared to that. I had my mouth full.
Right, we have got arrivals. I can see landing lights. It certainly did, Bruce. Sneaky little bugger. Right, we have a stack forming. First arrival is Lufthansa's A321neo from Frankfurt, kicking off arrivals. We've also got British Airways 787-9 from Mexico City, and we've got that A350 I mentioned earlier from Haneda in Tokyo. I've got two set of lights on arrivals. So 2 aircraft established, ready to start proceedings off on 27 right. Thanks, Louise. So just in case anyone wasn't aware what's going on, at 3 o'clock Heathrow changed their operations from north to south side. So whatever's happened on north, its arrivals, will move to south for arrivals, and departure will move from south to north. That's what's happening now. So we've been fortunate to have departures. Now we are having arrivals right in front of us. This normally takes just 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes max for that changeover to start. At Heathrow, there's 4 stacks outside of the area, which is where aircraft generally go into, and they get held in a pattern, and then they get filtered into arrivals into Heathrow. Just because of the volume, that's how they manage it. But we still will get some departures going out. We've got KLM, it's just headed out already. We're not going to get that one though, because that took off just a few seconds ago. Let's see if we can get the stack shot coming into Heathrow. First arrivals this afternoon. So if we can get the focus.
600th Airbus A320. That's 2 special liveries we've had of Lufthansa today. Yeah, Erily, there is a curfew at Heathrow. I'm just trying to think what the timings are. I can't think what they're off the top of my head, but there is a curfew, yes. I do think there is some exceptions with it, though. It's not completely 100% strict. There is some exceptions, but there is definitely no movements between certain hours. A350 1000 of from Haneda. Yeah, I think you're right there, Anthony. I think that's spot on. Is that Tina's wheels? Thanks, Bruce. very floaty. Come on guys, 200 likes, let's do it. There's got to be someone in here who hasn't hit the like button just yet. Maybe you thought you had and haven't. Well, someone very low in the stack. Not sure if you guys can pick it up on camera. It's almost like I think it's fourth out is very, very low. Etihad's A350 1000 going out on 27 left. We'll get that one going out. Just wait for its nose to pop up above Terminal 3 over ahead of us now. Any second now. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, I wish I would have stayed with that A350. The sun hitting the fuselage looks incredible. Oh, on the bus. Don't worry about that, Louise. You're doing great. Big love for Louise. Poor thing is really suffering, but she's doing a great job. Oh, that's a nice stack shot. We're going to have them in thick and fast. Oh, I sounded a bit West Country then. You're coming in thick and fast, I tell you. Thanks ever so much, Louise. Go and have a rest. You earned it, and you deserve it. Beautiful Gulf Air. I flew with those quite a few years ago to Thailand, and I think I flew to Dubai with them as well, via Bahrain. Alan Lee, good to see you from Newcastle. So we just had operations change here at Heathrow. We were on departures on 27, right now we're now on arrivals. Yeah, she deserves a badge just for putting up with you and Bruce, absolutely. I think you've both been well behaved today. I think everyone's been well behaved today. I don't think anyone's caused any drama.
airside ops gunning it down the taxiway. Places to be. I don't know what vehicles these are. There's a few of these vehicles at the side of the fence. I'm not sure if they're mowers. Is most machinery is kept under wraps at the bottom of 27 right. Short red shuttle. Can anyone let me know in the comments if the BA380's gone out on 27 left yet? Bruce might know. I did a video yesterday of a couple of the Dreamliners that come into Birmingham because we had that centre line view, and it's just brilliant to see just how much these wings flex on these Dreamliners until the air gets spoiled over the wings, or of course they hit terra firma. Egyptian Air on 27 left. I'm going to see if I can get her going out, because she's going to make a lovely bank left and do a U-turn. She's going to pop up just over here somewhere. Ooh, must be heavy. Oh, definitely, Anthony. Yeah, 5 stars indeed. Oh, it's Uncle Bruce. Oh, you would have to turn right when that pole is, wouldn't you? What are you doing, John? You should be bringing the kitchen into the front room so you can watch it on the watch this at the same time. There we go, double shot. I'm going to head back round to the stack in just a second. Thanks, Louise. I thought you were gone. Go and get some rest. Oh, thanks, Anthony. I know there's an absolute wad of aircraft trying to get out because as soon as that changeover happens and they start migrating over to that side of the airfield, it's hard trying to get them all out relatively quickly. So no, I haven't seen it in the corner of my eye, so I'll get that one going out shortly. Beautiful stack shot. Such an elegant looking aircraft, isn't it? Oh, barely any wind here, guys, so any movement you see, any corrections you see being made by the pilots, that's either off the top of the sheds to the right or just the aircraft, just the pilots in command making tiny adjustments.
Right, I believe we've got an A380 on finals. With a wingspan like that, it's got to be a 380. If anyone can confirm that, that'd be great. It's number 3, I think. Lovely gentle landings this afternoon. We've got BA's A380 on the way down over there. You can see that heading down to the active on 27 left. I'm glad you're alright, Louise, as long as you're okay. No thrusters, reverse thrusters required on that one. Considering there's no breeze, these are some of the best landings I've seen in a few weeks. Super buttery smooth, right next arrival. I thought it was an A380, but it's not, it's an A350. Great question, John. I can ask one of them if you want. I had one reach out to me the other day, so I can ask the question. Although I don't think his airline flies to any small runways or small airports. Grabbing a drink, guys, just bear with me, got to keep hydrated and all that.
safety responsible. Thanks, Louise. Whatever they're cooking in the Renaissance, it is to die for. Oh, look at that. Yes. Beautiful. Right, back to the stack. I'll hold you to that, John. I don't know what it is, but it smells incredible. I'm salivating. Well, that's interesting, that is, Anthony. I wonder what time that was, because when I arrived here, which was about 20 past 11, the traffic to get into T2 and 3 was all the way up to the motorway. Now, I know that does get busy, but at that time of day, it shouldn't be that busy. It's normally early in the morning or, you know, during the rush hours that it is that bad. So maybe that's got something to do with it. Volume of additional traffic getting into Heathrow, but it was a nightmare. It took ages to get in. I think I should have been here at 10 to 11 and I ended up getting in at just after past. So John's saying we had that incident at Newark and the plane hitting the truck on approach. Apparently ATC directed the 76 onto 6,700 foot runway. Interesting. I'll have to have a look at that.
Morning, Sean. Thanks for joining us here at London Heathrow. So if any of you guys are new to the stream, my name is Stu, Airplane Video Guy, and I stream 2 to 3 times a week, specifically from Heathrow, but I also stream from other regional airports in the UK. We've been at Bristol and Birmingham this week, both very much different places. Fantastic week of streaming. But if you're new, a like and a sub to the channel would be amazing, and you can be notified then of when we are live next time. Now, if providing I've got the battery power, and I've got the battery power personally, I am picking my wife up later from Luton Airport, and providing I've got time and I can get a location to film from, I'm going to try and go live for, it won't be a very long show or anything like that. But it's going to be around sort of, you know, between 7 and 8 p.m. So we're going to have some nice golden hour light, and we can have a look at a little bit of action at Luton as well. Lovely Delta A330-900 over from across the pond. Massive presence here at Heathrow, Delta. Of course, they are the parent company of Virgin Atlantic. Right, 380 in the stack, guys. Stack shot coming up. Hashtag stack shot. Gav Byrne, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Singapore. Hey Sean, welcome to the stream. We do get cargo planes in here, definitely. I'm just trying to think if we've seen Kalita in here before. No, we get Singapore cargo with their 747. We've had DHL in today's stream already. We had one arrival and one departure. I think we get Cathay as well. Indeed, John, like a small town taken to the skies. I mean, depending on the configuration, I know Emirates has just launched their new configuration on their 380 for Birmingham, which is massive. It's well above 400. Singapore's actually going to taxi in front of us, so we'll get a nice close-up of that when she arrives in camera, which will be just a second. Heathrow, very much a hive activity any time of day. Right, back to the stack. We've got our next arrival. There's a big plume of smoke over my left shoulder. Behind some of the business buildings to my left. There she is. So I can show you that smoke. It's probably where that lovely smell came from earlier. That's amazing, John. 380 right over your house, nice and low. Very good. Anthony's been on that A380. It's fantastic. I love to fly on Singapore. It's just choosing a destination to actually utilise their route.
Oh, 5 trucks out. Okay, a little bit of a lull stack shot going, with plenty of aircraft due in. We've got Tina's wheels due in shortly. Thanks for that, Tina. Yeah, Anthony, definitely Heathrow 5th or 6th busiest airport. I think by runway movements, yeah. There's quite a distinction what busiest or, you know, largest or busiest is. If you go by runway or movements, Heathrow's definitely up there. Cafe was a 350. A350. Thanks, Louise. A380 Emirates, 3 minutes out. Looking for it in the stack to see when it's about to join. We've seen a lot of Turkish's fleet today. We've seen their 777. I think we saw their A330, and we've just seen their A320. We've seen their A350 as well. Just need their Dreamliner, and I think that's the full set. So we are due to finish the stream very shortly, guys. Well, Louise, how far is that A380 out? Lovely. A&A. The Unicorn 777. Yeah, it will be here soon. Lovely to see Emirates 777-300ER at Heathrow. That's both aircraft from them we've seen today, with the A380 and 777 as well. Tina, that BA A380 due, is that arrivals? Oh yeah, I can see it joining the stack.
So that A380 will be the last movement of today's show at Heathrow, guys. I'll just say in advance, while we've just got a little bit of a lull before the next arrival, thank you so much to everyone who's joined me today for the last 4 hours. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope you all have as well. Massive thanks to Louise for powering through that flu and doing an amazing job moderating the stream. Thanks to all the usual crowd who are generally here every time. Bruce was late. Thanks for all your support as well, and thanks to all the new faces who have joined. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. That really helps me out. It's absolutely free, and I'll be incredibly grateful for that. Hopefully, if you're all still, providing you're not intoxicated from watching football, or a normal Saturday night, and you've got some time in your hands, you might want to join me for Luton later. I'll post on YouTube and the socials if that's definitely going to happen, but it will be very last minute, so just keep an eye out for that. Oh, Christ. Rubber. Yeah, Louise has been fantastic as always. Thanks, Tina. It'd be great if we could see you later. If not, have a great weekend. And the rest of you as well. If I don't see you later, have an awesome weekend. And I haven't confirmed next week's shows just yet. I just need to double check a couple of commitments for next week. Kids are back to school doing their GCSEs, so I have to help out with getting my daughters to college to do those. But I shall announce as soon as I possibly can when the next show is going to happen and at what airports. But hopefully I can see you at least at one of them, if not both this week. So great to see you all here, and hopefully you can join me later at Luton if that happens. Fingers crossed. If not, I'll see you all in the week. Thank you so much for joining in. Cricket Cast, we're just finishing the stream. That's a shame, but make sure you tune into the next show. We're hopefully going to be at Luton later. If not, we'll be live again throughout the week and next weekend as well. If you hit the subscribe button and the notification button, then you'll know when we're going to be live next. See you again, and I'll see you very soon. Enjoy this lovely weather while we still have it. Take care of yourselves, and see you all very, very soon.